Good morning, and welcome to the Tri-State Traffic Show. O'Don here in the Tri-State Traffic Show Traffic Center, which is actually my living room. Good morning to you here on this Wednesday morning. Yes, it is Wednesday. I'm not going to get the days mixed up as I've done before, but so welcome to a Wednesday, everybody. 7:01 is our time, and we're in fairly good shape around the area. It doesn't look like there's anything major happening as far as collisions or massive problems like we had yesterday. Yesterday was really, really busy, and I'm not sure, what the story was. Just everybody kind of still in vacation mode, coming back from the long holiday weekend. Now, we're going to get a check of weather here. First check with John Rocco coming up at 7:15. But I can tell you, as you probably well aware, if you just go to the window and open up the window, certainly about 10 to 12, 15 degrees, depending on where you are, cooler than it was yesterday. So it's a comfortable start here this morning. Traffic center, we're reading cloudy and 61. So there's a lot of clouds out there. There's not really going to be any kind of sun glare to hamper the ride here this morning. So that's certainly going to help. We are on YouTube, we are on Facebook, and we are on Twitter this morning. Go ahead and throw on a comment here. I'm going to open up the comment board. There we go. We've got that open. Open up the comment board and just say hello. Tell us where you're watching from, and we'll get started here in just a moment. But I want to tell you that we are sponsored this half hour by the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery. CranfordVanillaBeanCreamery.com. I was up there yesterday, and very, very busy. Very busy, even at about 7 o'clock last night. So Ralph doing a great job there. We say hello to him and his staff at the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery. Thank you very much for sponsoring the Tri-State Traffic Show. All right, so with all that said, let's get to the morning ride. Let's see what we've got. Let's bring up the full screen of the maps here this morning. And for the most part, it looks like our Hudson River crossings are really going to be the busiest of what's going on around the area. So we'll start it off here with the bridges and tunnels. And yeah, we'll say about an average of about 35 there at the George, kind of split the difference for you, about 30 here at the Lincoln and 30 at the Holland. So, very busy start to the Wednesday morning ride. Let's go on over here because I thought I saw something pop up as far as a crash on 1 and 9 as you got into 495. So let's just go to we'll go to the incident list here. Now, this is new. This is going to be southbound on the Parkway, a crash here by exit 140, but they're saying all lanes are open. And then north in the Clark area, just before 135, looks like out by the reservoir here, looks like we're dealing with a crash as well. So we need to watch for that here this morning. And what is this here? 42, just north of the AC Expressway. So let's go there first, because I definitely know that there is a camera in that location. I'm going to pull that up here. This is, again, where 42 and the AC Expressway just kind of come together, if you want to call it that. Let's just see here. It's just at the beginning or end, depending which way you're going. Don't really see much here, but actually seeing a little sun peeking through the clouds there. So maybe South Jersey's got a little more in the way of the sunshine here than North Jersey. Yeah, it's a little partly sunny here along 42, but 42 really, so far so good. Looks fine coming across this area here this morning. Let's go a little bit further south. Let's just see if the cameras are working down here. And again, some of this I'm just using for actual weather because there's no traffic down this way. 47 at 40. Yeah, we'll go partly sunny. Why say partly cloudy? We'll say partly sunny. Why not? 73, the AC Expressway. That's okay. So I would, at least here in South Jersey, I would bring along the sunglasses for the ride. We'll just do a quick spot check on let's go to 80 here. Let's just see what the ride is. So maybe a little sun coming through. Again, cloud cover. We'll just pick a random camera here in North Jersey. And of course, the only camera out of like 500 of them that has to have no video. Here's 80 at 95. That is not working. And we'll just pick another camera. Route 7 at 21. So a little cloudier here Let's see if we can find where that cloud line kind of starts and ends. So I'm going to stay here by 287. Maybe things west of 287 could be a little brighter. No, not really. Anyway, doesn't make a difference. I would bring along the sunglasses for the ride if you can, just in the chance that you happen to get caught up in a little bit of sun glare. But fairly cloudy up here in Sussex County. All right. So with that said, let's go to the Parkway now. Let's take a look at that crash that they were saying on the shoulder by 135. So we go south of 136. It's in here. See what that's doing for us. I wish the Parkway would just change out this camera, get somebody to clean the lens, because this is just ugly looking. Anyway, it's on the left, but I don't see any problems as far as any. Let's just see. No, not really. Just minor. It's on the shoulder, so wouldn't be terribly excited about that. In this section of Union County. So we will go to, let's see, where do we want to go next? There's that 1-9 situation there I wanted to take a look at, didn't I? So let's go down in here and we will spin it over to 1-9, and it's going to be closer towards Route 3 and 495. There's a couple of cameras in here. And of course, they put the cameras literally on top of each other. Why would you do that? I don't know. Bonk. It's it's definitely a Wednesday morning. Wow. I don't know if it was the heat from yesterday really took a lot out of me. I just wiped out. I hope it doesn't sound too much on my voice, but it was it was really, really hot. 90s or so, right? Yesterday. Okay, so those two cameras are not working. All right. Well, while we're here, let's just see if we can get the camera on 495 to show you that. And that's inbound here on the far left. That is coming towards us. So we're all banged up into the tunnel. Again, like what the page said, there we go. 30 minutes there. So that's under review, right? So let's take a look, quick spot check. Let's go South Jersey first, 5542, that typical drill there. 47-9, Parkway, Cape May, Wildwood, Atlantic City. Parkway, that's moving fine. Northbound Parkway into Brick, a little bit busy there through 91, but that's kind of typical fare. 195, Parkway through Monmouth, Route 918, Turnpike is clear, so is 287. 202, 206, we're in pretty good shape. Same thing along 78, pretty much from Phillipsburg all the way through to Newark Parkway. Again, just a little crowding here both ways out through Kenilworth, and that's just getting into the long-term construction. And then north here on the Turnpike, getting heavy at 14, east on 14 for the Bay Extension is a solid ride. Then 1-9, the local lanes are really busy as you get up into truck routes 1 and 9. The Skyway is probably the worst approach to the Holland Tunnel here so far. Parkway building some more moderate volume into the Essex tolls out through about 150. Let's go west on 280. Let's see if I think something's happened here. But nothing reported out by exit 6 for Laurel Avenue. So let's go to the cameras now. Let me see if I can find the Laurel Avenue camera along 280. That would be right in here. Let's see if we can see anything. Yeah, there's definitely something going on. So that's going west. Yeah, there's definitely, obviously, as you can see it here, there's definitely there's something going on. Let's just see what we can see. Just a lot of traffic getting into Laurel Avenue, traveling west by exit 6. Kind of continues around the corner here because there's Laurel Avenue, so it looks like it's just past Laurel Avenue. Yeah, so I want to close the camera out. Map. So again, the camera is located right here. So it's just past it. So there's definitely something going on. I have to assume, obviously, it's either a crash or a broken down vehicle. There's something blocking a lane because that should not be that heavy there going west on 280 this morning. 80 a little bit busy out of Rockaway, Denville, east into Parsippany, and then north on 21 a little busy at the 20 interchange, Route 4, Parkway, 80 here. 17 playing real nice here this morning. Same thing on 287 up towards Mawa. All right, friends, it's 7:11. You're watching the Tri-State Traffic Show. Odon here in the Tri-State Traffic Show Traffic Center. Let's give you the rundown, our first look of New Jersey Transit, see how things are operating here this morning. Let's just take a look. This should be the Laurel Avenue bridge work has been repaired, so that's done. We should change that back now to on or close to schedule, so that's fine. Let's take a look at PATH. Hopefully they are doing well here this morning, my good friends over at the Board Authority. Let's see, 32 minutes ago at Journal Square, concourse elevator connecting platforms with tracks 3 and 4 back in service after an earlier outage. So it was just an elevator issue, but sometimes that can be a problem for friends heading off to the train, right? And then also the elevator doesn't work. It's the last thing you need, right? So we go to SEPTA, looking pretty good across the board. What is this here? Down on the Lansdale, Doylestown, between Center City, Philly, Glenside, Lansdale, Doylestown is operating with delays of up to 15 minutes because of equipment issues. Okay, so we'll watch for that here this morning. Let's see, it is 7:12. I don't want to get into the city just yet because it's starting to get fairly busy. I want to just cut it off and then have to go into the weather situation this morning. So let's go back to the cameras. And you know what we do? Let's just do a couple more spot checks here in New Jersey. Let's go to Route 1. Let's see what the deal is here on Route 1 at Raymond. That's fine. It's just a heavy, steady moving traffic, but again, still obviously a little gray out there. We go to 287 here at North Maple Avenue. Again, there's a nice shot here of the cloud cover in this section of Somerset County towards Basking Ridge. So, flying might not be too optimal right now, unless you're Maverick, Top Gun, right? Anybody seen that? I'm trying to make plans to go see it. This is 287 here in Mawa. That's good, right off the thruway. If you've seen it, throw in a comment here. Let me know what you thought of the picture. It's getting pretty good reviews across the board, so that's great news. It's been 36 years in the making, right? And hopefully maybe this week we'll try to do that. This is 36 here at Bay Ave in Highlands. Getting out to Sandy Hook. Again, just a cloudy, kind of yucky start to the morning ride. And let's see what else we can do. We'll go down here to Route 9 into Delphia. Again, just kind of a That's kind of how I feel is this is going to be 1:30 at the Delaware Memorial Bridge. So that may be a new camera. So seeing some sunshine here, peeking through the clouds in South Jersey. Let's just do another quick spot check down in Cape May County. We will go to 9 at 109. So that's a little cloudy there along the shoreline. I think as you kind of come inland, let's take a look at 55 at 49. See if that camera is working. Yeah, I've seen some sun there. So kind of a spotty parts of the area is where we're starting to see some of that sunshine peeking through. All right. So with that said, we are here now at 7:15. So what we want to do is we are going to get a check of that weather, courtesy of our friend meteorologist John, or meteorologist in training. Careful when I say that. Meteorologists are very, very touchy about when you call somebody a meteorologist and they're just not there yet. I don't know if it's like being a doctor. I digress. But anyway, so John will be a meteorologist. He'll be a fantastic meteorologist very, very soon. As soon as he completes his studies there at Rutgers. Again, it's brought to you by John Rocco. He's that meteorologist in training over at Rutgers University in beautiful Piscataway, New Jersey. President of the Rutgers Weather Watcher Club. We should talk to John about that Weather Watcher Club. I found that interesting. I'd like to know more what they do. And you can follow John on Twitter at John Rocco, ROCCOWX. All right, so let's get a check on that forecast. And again, kind of partly cloudy, depending on basically where you are here this morning is really what the drill is, as you certainly have seen from some of the cameras here as far as what the deal is. It looks like South Jersey was just a little bit, partly sunny. So yeah, he's going to put it at partly sunny, and that's what we'll go with, right? Partly sunny, possibly an isolated shower. Now, last night there were some thunderstorms that were rolling through, parts of New Jersey and I think into the city as well. I think that's the reason why we've cooled off into the lower 60s. But so again, partly sunny, maybe an isolated shower around, but nothing widespread or soaking of nature. So partly sunny, very isolated chance of those showers. And we are hanging temperatures out here this morning to the mid 60s or so, with Camden coming in, maybe a little bit higher there, around 67, 62 up there in Sussex County and Newton, here into the lower 60s in the 5 boroughs. And then we head over to Long Island, where, temps into the upper 50s to right around 60. So it's comfortable start temperature wise. Even last night it was warm, but the humidity, you could definitely tell, was starting to dissipate as we got through 5, 6, 7 o'clock or so. So we're starting to get a little bit drier out there. We go to the Hudson Valley. We'll take a look at that. 62 in Yonkers, 60 in Middletown, and 58 in Paterson. And throughout southwestern Connecticut now, temps are holding strong here into the upper 50s or so. All right, so let's take a look at John's forecast for today. Partly sunny, scattered evening potential for some showers and some storms. Definitely kind of a demarcation line there, kind of, let's just say, let's just say west of, I don't even want to say Route 9, west of the Turnpike, basically. Looking at temps into the 80s, 84 in Cherry Hill, 80 in Trenton, then east of that into the 70s, so 75 in Freehold, 70 in Atlantic City, 72 in Central Park, 68 in Islip, so definitely cooler there out on the island, and 78 in Andover. Let's head over to the weather threat page. Again, some potential scattered evening storms here today for Wednesday, and then some evening storms possibly for Thursday, but Friday, Saturday, Sunday, they are all looking good. And we'll take a look at John's exclusive 7-day forecast here for the Tri-State Traffic Show. Again, 73, only getting up to that, about 20 degrees cooler than it was yesterday, about 80 or so Thursday. And then look at that weekend, 78, 77, 75, 75, 76, with the potential maybe some light showers or rain coming in Tuesday. But boy, this weekend looks like it's setting up. Hopefully it stays this way. So looks like the weather is going to be in pretty good shape here. Temperature-wise, we're moderated from that southwestern blowtorch we had yesterday, but temps are right around 81 tomorrow, and then 78 in the upper 70s for the upcoming weekend. So that is going to be looking good. And we thank meteorologist in training, John Rocco, for the forecast here this morning. And once again, we are sponsored by my friend Ralph over at the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery. This is just some of the great ice cream that Ralph makes. 22 North Avenue West in beautiful historic Cranford, New Jersey. 908-272 3000. It's got like the great phone number. It's just like the greatest sports radio phone number, 272-3000. Get on the line. So there's just some of the ice cream he offers. The Cookie Monster. He has coffee ice cream, which is fantastic. He has those great sorbets, as I saw it in the case last night. He's got the blood orange. He also has, this is what I wanted. There we go. The cotton candy. He's got the blood orange sorbet, as well as the peach and mango sorbet. So just really just an assortment, a plethora of great ice cream treats to choose from. So there's his website, makes those great ice cream cupcakes as well. and located here in Cranford, New Jersey. Let's show you the ice cream cakes. I want to bring this up because, this is important. We've got a lot of graduations that are going to be taking place here shortly from high schools. We already had a lot of the graduations for colleges, and we've got Father's Day coming up in a couple of weeks. So we got a small round, serve 7 to 8, large sheet, all the way up to 30 to 40 people. So, we're pretty much going to accommodate just about all of your needs for ice cream cakes, and they are absolutely delicious. His ice cream cakes are fantastic, and he can also make them with any of the hard ice cream that he has in the dipping case. So it takes maybe a little longer. He may need a little bit more time as far as to order that cake. Just so he has enough ice cream on hand, but he certainly can do it. Crunchy cream, Oreo, Reese's Pieces, M&Ms, and he has some of these signature cakes like the bananas Foster and the party cake, which are always crowd favorites. It's these cupcakes here, which I've not seen anywhere else at an ice cream shop. They are a layer of vanilla cake, and they also have a nice layer of vanilla bean ice cream. So with little sprinkles, just really great stuff. And he also makes these flying saucers and the ice cream sandwiches along with ice cream pies, which are an interesting addition to your dessert table. Classic flying saucers, once again, as well as chipwiches. So you can reach out to Ralph, 908-272-3000. There's a look at the shop. He's open from Monday through Thursday from 12:30 to 9:30, and then from 12:30 to 10 Friday, Saturday, and open until 9 p.m. on Sunday. We thank Ralph for being a proud sponsor of the Tri-State Traffic Show. All right, so let's get back to the action here on the roads. We go to the city now, and this is just kind of our normal stuff here this morning, heading north along the West Shore Expressway out through Arden Avenue, Fresh Kills Road, so look for that. Staten Island Expressway, really busy here, heading east of the West Shore, getting all the way out to the Verrazano, and then right onto the Gowanus Expressway is all banged up, getting up and onto the elevated section there through Industry City, as we call it, and I don't call it, but that's what it's called. So that's what we're going to call it, right? So getting into Atlantic Avenue, just a lot of volume here this morning. So there's no accidents or broken down vehicles like we had yesterday. So that is good news. Once again, we are on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter this morning. Let me reopen the comments page here. If you can, just send me a comment there if you're on YouTube. Yesterday, we did get some comments live, but then somehow the comments got turned off if you were going to watch the replay just a half an hour later or so. So I'm just trying to see if the comments are working on YouTube and on Facebook. So if you can just throw in a comment there, that will be fantastic. We're also giving away, you know what, let me just do this right now while it's kind of settled down. And let me just make sure I bring this up. We are also giving away some tickets to Darley Newman, who is our proud sponsor of our next half hour and Travels with Darley. She is going to be having a virtual lecture Thursday, tomorrow, actually. Wow, they really came up fast on Destination Cities. That's the program from the Smithsonian Associates on Santa Fe, New Mexico, from 7 until 8:30 in the evening. It's a virtual event. Again, it's a Zoom link that you will get. If you'd like some tickets, please certainly leave a comment, and we'll get you hooked up with some free tickets there. And that is Destination Cities, Santa Fe, from 7 to 8:30. That is tomorrow evening, and Darley does a fantastic job with these virtual programs. Lots of fun, gives you a lot of great information, and we'll get more into that in the next half hour. But again, I'm giving away some tickets here up until 9 o'clock, so if you'd like to go, certainly go ahead and throw in a comment here this morning. So there's our first comment. My buddy Justin, oh, my good friend Justin there, living down the shore. He's living the life. Hey, good morning, buddy. Thanks a lot for commenting here on Facebook. Always good to see you, my friend. Hopefully your ride on the Parkway here this morning will be smoother than it was yesterday, which it is. So good morning to you. I know you got the little one, probably woke you up early here this morning, but he's got number 2 coming on the way here sometime this year. So congratulations to Justin and his wife. Let's go to the Bill Parkway next, and we'll see what the action is here. Getting out through Flatbush Avenue, we're fine, but the westbound side at Sunrise Highway on over towards Crossway Boulevard, we are slow. But again, what else is new, right? Let's go to the incident page, shall we? And we'll just check in here. Let's widen that up. So let's see what we got here. Um, let's take a look. We've got a broken down tractor trailer on the Cross Bronx that's going east. That's way up there. Just that's not really the Cross Bronx. There's the Bruckner at that point. 678 northbound belt system. What are they calling this? Is it on the belt? No, it's on the Van Wyck. That's what I thought, from the belt. That's what I thought it was. So let's go to the city camera. Yeah, okay. We'll come off that page. I found this kind of cool feature from the DOT here in the city is that I can put up like 9 different cameras, and I think I'm going to set up some macros here that'll give us kind of a snapshot for each of the 5 boroughs. I think I'm going to do. I'll do 9 cameras for each of the 5 boroughs and the normal hotspots, and that maybe will save us some time. As my nephew says, you need to have a script. You're all over the place. I can't watch it. Well, he's only 12, so he's not driving. But anyway, so we go to the Van Wyck Expressway here. Again, that's north on the far left. That's all tied up. I don't know. Maybe it's just right out of the airport. So this is all northbound, but I don't see any flashing lights or anything there. This is down by South Conduit, so that's fine at the airport. I think they were saying that it's in here, so it's Rockaway. Rockaway BLVD. Look at Rockaway Boulevard here. Wow, that's really the service road. That's a lot of traffic. Now it's getting into a traffic light, it looks like, but this is further north. So yeah, you can't win with the Van Wyck, right? Can't win, and you can't see anything because I'm half asleep because my good friend Darley is on the screen there. So apologize for that. You couldn't even see the cameras, but let me go back to the cameras here. Wow, I got to get with it. This is the air train, and so this is going northbound here. I don't see anything as far as a crash of any type. So there's definitely something going on. Now, whether it's on the shoulder or actually taking out a lane, I cannot determine that here right now. So, but again, it's just adding to the general misery of the Van Wyck Expressway is usually what we see for this time of the morning. All right, so let's go to the Jackie Robinson. We are busy here, and both ways getting into Q, west on the Grand Central, west of the Clearview, heading out to Kew Gardens, and then the LIE is pretty banged up here, getting through Casino Boulevard both ways. We'll go from the Clearview all the way through Queens Boulevard, Woodhaven Boulevard, then north on the Cross Island, that long line of traffic from Sunrise Highway, getting all the way up into the Long Island Expressway. Grand Central, pretty busy, obviously getting west out by LaGuardia and City Field. Southbound on the BQE, heavy from Queens Boulevard all the way down to the Williamsburg Bridge. Then again, pushing more volume out to the Brooklyn Bridge. North on the FDR is a little bit heavy at the Manhattan Bridge. QMT going about 15, about 10 here at the Ed Koch. And then we go to the RFK Triborough. We've got a bunch of traffic as well getting in towards Manhattan, as well as into the Bronx here this morning. Southbound Bruckner is a little bit busy, getting out to the Hunts Point Drawbridge, and then the westbound Cross Bronx is a little bit busy, obviously, and the 3rd Avenue. But the Major Deegan, a little slow both ways out by Yankee Stadium, but the northern section is starting to build more volume now out of Yonkers, straight on down to the Mosholu Parkway. And then here's north on 95 into the Hutch. By Pelham Bay is busy, and then further up the line, it looks like the Hutch is fairly crowded as you approach into the Cross County Parkway. So that is, what we are dealing with here this morning. That's north again on the Hutchinson River Parkway. Let's just see here now. Let's go to the MTA. We'll do a quick snapshot before we get and do a little game reset here at 7:30. We will go to the 5 train plan reroute from 7:20 to 8:50. That's reduced weekday downtown train service there. We'll look for that. Accessibility improvements. Okay, at 7:20 in the morning. All right. So take a look at the rails. We've got delays here on the Montauk branch. Yeah, the 616 from Spionk doing to Amagansett at 7:08 is 35 minutes late because of equipment trouble there. We've also got, let's see here, on the Hudson line, some delays. 5:55 from Poughkeepsie to Grand Central is operating 15 to 20 minutes late there. Okay, so look for that here this morning. All right, so let's see. We're here. We're at 7:30. Let's just do a quick regroup this morning. Good morning to you. Wow, my voice is really banged up here this morning. I don't know what that is. Oh boy. Um, so I apologize that the voice is kind of going in and out. I don't know if it's the pollen in the air or what the deal is here. So we'll play a little music to kind of wake everybody up out there. I got to wake myself up, I think, is what it comes down to. But good morning, everybody. Down here in the Tri-State Traffic Show Traffic Center. Welcome. 7:30 now is our time to a Wednesday morning, and the commute is in pretty good shape, actually, then comparatively speaking, 24 hours ago from yesterday. So, it's not a horrible ride, but getting busy in the typical kind of hot spots, as we call it, here throughout the tri-state area. So with that said, here this morning, let's go ahead and put up the banners. And this half hour is sponsored by Travels with Darley. We thank Darley Newman for proudly sponsoring the Tri-State Traffic Show in this 7:30 half an hour. And don't forget about that virtual program that she has coming up tomorrow night, and that's at 7 o'clock on Santa Fe. So if you'd like tickets for that, please leave a comment. I got some tickets to give away. She was so graciously kind to allow me to give away some tickets. So to all our great fans here at the Tri-State Traffic Show, if you'd like to go, certainly leave a comment in the comment section if you can, and we will get you hooked up with those tickets for tomorrow night. Again, it's about Santa Fe, New Mexico, and courtesy also of her partnership with Smithsonian Associates. All right. Again, Travels with Darley can be seen here across the area on PBS Create, as well as Amazon Prime, Wonderum, and Ovation TV's Journey. So definitely look for Travels with Darley, and go to her social media. She's very, very active on Instagram and Twitter. Does a real nice job with Instagram. I think I need to get some ideas and tips from Darley on how to use Instagram, because I have no idea really how it works very well. I guess I have to get into the pool here with everybody. But yeah, she does a real nice job putting up those stories, kind of really documenting her travels of where she is going. So, and puts up a lot of fun things. And I did see something yesterday about a program. I think it was one of her travels in France, maybe coming up on PBS Create. So you want to check that out. And again, go follow her on her Instagram page. Just type in Darley Newman. It's going to come up, or maybe even come up as Travels Darley. But again, does a great job with the Instagram. Again, a lot of fun stuff, kind of just following her around throughout her travels, throughout wherever she's going. So, there we go. All right, friends. Well, you can see I'm just like I'm dialing out here, as the G-Man says. All right, so we go to let's just see. We got a couple comments we want to bring up. Oh, my good friend Alexandra. Good morning to you, my friend. Good morning from NYC. Sat in the dark on the main Bergen line. Oh, that's not good, as the train lost lighting. Other than that, a smooth commute. Wow. Okay, interesting. Wonder what happened there. Probably just lost some power very quickly. Hopefully it wasn't in the tunnel. That wouldn't be good for anybody either. That'd be almost like a Guardians of the Galaxy, Cosmic Rewind or whatever, right? They just need to play the music for you. But I guess maybe that's a good reason why that the all of our cell phones have flashlights on them, right? That you could use that if you had to for an emergency. I think the flashlight is probably one of the most underrated features on the cell phone. I think probably the top. I would imagine that if you had to take a poll for the top 3 things that people use on a cell phone, one is the camera. 2, I would say, is the flashlight, because it, definitely it comes in handy. And if you know of a third one, because I can't think of one right now at 7:35, just let me know. Because there's got to be a third one, that popular feature. Again, I'm not sure. Maybe it's the blue light filter. So when you're trying to look at your phone at night, it doesn't kind of mess up your whole circadian rhythm. But but definitely the top two, we'll say, at least in my mind, that I can think of at 7:35. Um, are the flashlight and the camera. So what's Justin say? Yeah, much better than yesterday. That was awful. It certainly was, buddy. That was really unbelievable. I think again it was just a combination. I hate to use the word perfect storm in your space there, being a fantastic meteorologist. Kind of was, I mean, with the weather, the temps, people just really trying to hang on to a great holiday weekend, really just not wanting to go back to work, but some had to physically go back and couldn't do the work from home thing. So, and they were just going to squeeze out every last minute of it on Monday and then leave early Tuesday morning. What they should have done what Alexandra did yesterday and left at 4:30 in the morning instead of 7:30 in the morning. So, I guess people wanted to go for the breakfast special or whatever they're gonna do, whatever they were doing, and that's what they ended up heading out onto the Parkway and kind of made your ride just a bit miserable. But yeah, nothing of that magnitude here this morning. All right, 7:36 is our time. Let's go out towards Long Island for our first check here. Let's just see what the deal is. Let's go out to the East End first and work west. So the ride out to the Hamptons, pretty busy here along Sunrise Highway. I wish there was cameras here, but I think it's really just more of a local regulation that the folks here don't want cameras on Sunrise Highway because it certainly would be beneficial for traffic. I mean, granted, what are you going to look at? You're going to look at just a bunch of parked cars, right? But so Sunrise Highway, Hampton Bay, Shinnecock Hills, out through Watermill is just getting slammed, as some of my friends in the traffic business would use on TV. Not really. I don't know if I really like that verbiage. It's kind of weird, right? So we had east on 25 in Flanders is getting fairly crowded as well. But through Shirley, Patchogue, Medford, things are fine. LIE looks good just until you get west of about exit 59. Starting to see some more volume into Vets Highway at 57, I think that is 57, yeah, and then out through about 53, and the Sandy Coast is good. Little light volume at Deer Park Avenue, and then from west of 110 is a parking lot getting all the way out to 106 and 107, and then heavier further out through about exit 39 or so. And then the Meadowbrook Northern State combination is really getting hit hard pretty good. So let's check in with the Long Island incident page, shall we? See what we've got going on. Let's see. Nothing. Whoa. That was anticlimactic, right? So we've got pretty decent ride as far as incidents are concerned. Again, there's a ton of volume out here this morning. So that's that North Meadowbrook onto the westbound Northern State combination. Really, if you connect the dots, it kind of goes here out by the shopping center, all the way onto the northern west, all the way down through Lakeville Road, all the way onto the Grand Central. You really don't see any relief until you get out to almost the LIE. That's a lot of traffic, friends. That is a ton of your friends all sitting with you there. West on the LIE is heavy here at Lakeville Road. Southern State Parkway is pretty banged up here both ways from about, I'd say, exit 20 through 22, and then further out through 28A, and then west on the southern, also seeing a lot of traffic west of 109 into 135. So kind of just the typical spots of traffic. And then north on 135 getting into Syosset out by Jericho Turnpike. That is a fairly heavy ride. All right, so 7:39 is our time. Let's see when we kind of hold to the schedule. Unfortunately, it's taking me 40 minutes as I'm rambling on about machinations here about whatever, I don't know what. But let's go into Connecticut where we're seeing some trouble, and I think we have an accident here on 95. That's probably in the Darien or Stamford areas. Let's just see what the story is. My good friends at CTDOT and State Police. We will head to That's not good. 95. Full closure here between exits 12 and 13. The tractor trailer fire. So let's go let's just check the rest of the incidents in case I missed something. And that's on me because I should have looked at this page earlier. But so motorcycle crash north 9 and 10, and then you've got everything shut 12 to 13. Oh boy. Let's see if the cameras are working because yesterday the cameras were out. Oh boy. Not good. Not good. Okay, so cameras are down. Cameras are down. Oh boy. All right. Let's go here and let's see what we've got this morning. So again, 8 through 9 has got one crash, and then we're shut here at 13. Let me just make sure I got the verbiage right with that. Let's go back here to the incident page. I want to make sure I'm on top of that. Northbound closed. The 95 north is shut between 12 and 13 with a tractor trailer fire there. Okay. And a secondary crash just happened about 20 minutes ago. 2 lanes are shut with a motorcycle accident between exits 9 and 10. So the northbound side is really having some major issues. Let's take a look at the travel times because I want to see what it's doing to the southbound side as far as our rubbernecking delays. Your I-95. Well, let's first go north first. Let's just check out that mess. So yeah, here we go. From exit 2 up to exit 15, I'm looking at well over an hour already, and it's only going to get worse. This is the longer that closure stays out there on 95 at 13. This number is going to go in the wrong direction. So that is that's not good at all. And again, hopefully everyone is okay in both of those crashes. You know, I'm hoping that the reason they shut it was just because of the tractor trailer, the fire itself. Just trying to put it out that they just, needed to do that. And hopefully the driver is okay. And same thing with that motorcycle crash. But here is the southbound side from exit about 28, 27 down to exit 15. Should you normally take you 15 minutes, almost an hour. So looking at about 40 plus minutes there in traffic, and about south from 7 into Westchester running about 30. So if you're coming out of Bridgeport, you need to make your way into Westchester. You're probably better off getting on the train if you can, because it's going to get you right past all of this. So you're looking at about 40, 30, about an hour and a half or more with that southbound rubbernecking delay. I mean, look at this, just getting wiped out. Absolutely wiped out. So now what is happening here? Now, this normally happens in the morning as well, is north on the Milford Parkway. Gets a little bit busy, but it's usually not until in the 8 o'clock hour that we see it. So my friends over at DOT, they have these overhead signs, as you see them all over the place, right? So they've got this lit up like a Christmas tree saying delays from exit 29 all the way through, exit 9. So what that is doing, so people coming out of West Haven here, they're going to bail out onto the Merritt Parkway. Again, there's many folks that use this. Does get busy. I'm not going to lie to you. It gets busy here on a normal day, but it's a little bit earlier than what we usually will see, about a half an hour earlier. So they're trying to get over to the Merritt to avoid this absolute parking lot full of traffic. We go south of exit about 4950 or so, heading all the way down. I mean, look at this. There's just no space at all here getting south of 46 in through just about exit 44 or so. Even on the approach into exit 41. Again, this is exit 44 down through exit 41. And then literally a parking lot. It'd be like coming out of, MetLife Stadium or something, and you just sit there for hours. I mean, but let's hope it doesn't take that long. But we're busy all the way down into exit 36 or so. So, wow, that is not good. It looks like Connecticut, we have the worst of our commute is in Connecticut here this morning so far across the board. Unfortunately, that gets the top prize there. I want to just do a quick rotation through Hudson Valley, and then we're going to hit weather with Johnny, and then we're going to take a quick break, and then we'll be back. We'll go back into Connecticut. I wish those cameras were working just so we get a better eye in the sky as far as what's going on there. West on the Cross County, looks like there's an issue there out by the Sawmill, and then east into the Hutch, we're a solid ride. New England Thruway is fine throughout all of lower Westchester. East along 287 from Elmsford, exits 2 out through about exit 6 is busy. And then coming across the Tappan Zee Bridge, southbound on the Thruway from 14 into the bridge is just seeing a lot of sluggish traffic. We continue over towards Orange County, the Thruway, 84, Route 17. We are fine. Beacon Bridge looks good on 84. Route 6 and 84 is quiet, but there's our 684 delays straight off of westbound 84 from Connecticut straight on into Croton Falls, then further south into Golden's Bridge is going to be a mess, but that's kind of normally what we see here for 7:45 in the morning. All right, with that said, let's take a look at our forecast from meteorologist in training, Mr. John Rocco. We thank Johnny for the forecast here this morning. He is president of the Rutgers Weather Watcher Club. He is a Rutgers meteorology student, and it's going to be a fantastic on-camera meteorologist one day. And he'll get there, and he's got a lot of support from the meteorology community, the on-air folks. He knows a lot of good friends there, and he's just an outstanding gentleman. And again, I really appreciate him putting up this forecast for us. All right, so let's take a look at this forecast for this morning on this Wednesday. Looking at partly cloudy conditions depending on where you are. We saw some of those cameras in South Jersey with some sunshine kind of peeking through the clouds there in Salem County, down through parts of Gloucester County, Cumberland County. And then as you get closer to the shore, it starts to get a little grayer there in Cape May. But again, partly sunny depending on where you are. I would bring along the sunglasses for the ride just to have them, just on the chance you run into some glare there getting onto your commute. Let's take a look at some of the temperatures now. What you're seeing here is much more pleasant conditions than certainly what it was yesterday. I mean, at this time yesterday, the traffic center was reading like 75, and right now we're at 62 and cloudy. So temperatures are good, on average 10, 12 degrees cooler, which is fantastic. Yesterday, wow, that was just trying to keep this PG, but it was really hot, But as I noticed as the afternoon went along, it actually didn't feel terrible. It kind of felt like Arizona kind of weather. I think that the humidity was starting to kind of, dare I say, burn off, or, it was really starting to dry up the air with this intense southwestern blowtorch. My buddy Jay Engel, right? That was always his line. Love that. Again, folks, I've been doing traffic for 20 plus years, and it's traffic and weather, like I always say, go together. And every station that I worked at, it's always kind of gone together, and I've always followed the meteorologist. But Jay Engel, one of my favorites, with his just these little lines that he would say, southwestern blowtorch, or we're getting shellacked or whatever. He just couldn't help but laugh. I mean, it's just fun the way he was saying. Anyway, I digress, and I'm just riding off the rails here at this point. But so we're into the lower 60s throughout the Garden State this morning. Same thing here in the five boroughs, out towards Long Island, a little cooler, maybe popping up with a 58, 59 in certain areas here this morning. As we continue on to the Hudson Valley, we are looking at temps into the lower 60s, right around 60 or so. So that's definitely a fairly comfortable start. And same thing here in southwestern Connecticut, between 59 and 60 degrees. Let's take a look at Johnny's forecast for today. Partly sunny, scattered evening showers with some storms. And you can kind of see where that line is kind of setting up as far as our temperatures. I mean, look at Trenton and Cherry Hill. 84, 80, but then you kind of, as you go east of the turnpike, we'll put that demarcation line there. 75 in Freehold, 70 along the beaches there in Atlantic City. I probably wouldn't be surprised that you even see in the upper 60s somewhere along Long Beach Island, or even down towards Cape May, Avalon, Stone Harbor. A little breeze off the water is probably going to feel really nice. Maybe not the best beach day in the world, but certainly bring along the sunscreen if you can. 68 in Islip, 26 there in New Haven, and on over to Andover, coming in at 78. Let's go to the weather threats potential for the next couple of days. Scattered evening storms here for today, and same thing with tomorrow. But Friday, Saturday, and Sunday are shaping up so far to be relatively quiet. And here's John's exclusive 7-day forecast of the Tri-State Traffic Show. We are looking at 73 today, 81 for tomorrow with the potential for those afternoon, evening storms, 78 degrees for Friday, and some golden sunshine and just some light wispy clouds on Saturday at 77. Starts to cloud up a little more at 75 for Sunday. Same thing with Monday. And the next potential for some rain looks like doesn't come in until sometime on Tuesday. So once we get past some of the cloudiness and maybe the showers. Looks like Friday, Saturday, and Sunday should be one of those golden weekends to really a top 10 weekend. Looks like it's setting up around the tri-state area. All right, and the Tri-State Traffic Show, once again, we thank John for the forecast here this morning. Tri-State Traffic Show, once again, is sponsored by Travels with Darley. You can find her program on PBS Create, Amazon Prime, Wonderum, and Ovation TV's Journey. And please join her tomorrow night for her virtual program called Destination Cities Santa Fe. That's between 7 and 8:30 in the evening. It's a virtual event. It's a Zoom link. And she does a fantastic job. About an hour lecture and then half an hour of Q&A, courtesy of her friends over at the Smithsonian Associates. And there is the program on Santa Fe. So if you're looking for some information, looking to plan a vacation to Santa Fe, New Mexico, certainly tune in. And the website is at the bottom of the screen there, how to get more information on her program. Again, we're also giving away some tickets. Just throw up a comment there on YouTube or Facebook. If you'd like to go, we'll get you all hooked up with some free tickets. Darley has so graciously and kindly provided some tickets here to give away to viewers of the Tri-State Traffic Show. So again, we thank Travels Darley for sponsoring the program. And if you're unfamiliar with Travels with Darley, here's just a little look of Travels with Darley.
I'm Darley Newman, and we're in Albany, New York, Charleston, South Carolina, Selma, Alabama, Colorado, Hayward, Wisconsin, at the site of the Lumberjack World Championships.
We're road tripping across the USA on epic trails for adventure.
If I were on the battlefield, I would have run.
Cuisine.
It smells really good. Wow.
You got one?
I got a jalapeno in there.
History.
Prior to this canal opening, boats to get to the center of the country had to go down around Florida and up the Mississippi.
Dr. Martin Luther King delivering his amazing "How long, not long" speech.
And culture.
Where's Bob Ross when you need him?
Discover what's in your own backyard on an all-new season of Travels with Darley.
Those are good. Cattails, who knew? Wow, 6th generation.
Yes.
Amazing.
120 proof smooth, right?
1, 2, 3.
Let's just a look at Travels with Darley with travel host Darley Newman. Darley always has some of the most fun hats. She's got a lot of hats she wears, literally, because she's got a very busy company that she runs. But nonetheless, she wears a lot of hats in her shows. And I wonder if she has like a whole collection of different hats that she takes for her different vacations. If you're on the program tomorrow, maybe ask her about that. Tell her you saw it on the Tri-State Traffic Show. I'll be interested to see the hat collection that she has some really neat and fun hats that she wears on all of her adventures. But once again, her program tomorrow is on Santa Fe. Thursday, that's tomorrow. Yes, Smith, you'll get it right. 7 to 8:30 is the time. If you like some tickets, we can definitely get you hooked up there. Just go ahead and put up a comment here this morning. All right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to go back to the maps and we'll give you our current observations here from our friends at the National Weather Service. Again, this is about an hour old or so. Let's just do that. Let's just hit the fresh refresh. So this is about, again, an hour old. Coming in here at EWR 63, mostly cloudy, overcast out on the island into the mid upper 50s, as Johnny had said. So Johnny's kind of spot on with his temperatures here this morning. Trenton, Chittero, Somerville, about 63 in Somerville, 62 in Trenton. LaGuardia coming in at 60, Central Park 60, Kennedy coming in at 60 as well. So, hovering in that upper 50s to lower 60 range. The humidity is a little bit up there, obviously 80, 87% with some nice light winds. So hopefully we can get the sunshine to maybe hopefully kind of peek through here this morning. You know what I'm going to do real quick? I'm just going to put this in as let's just see here. What town do I want to put? Let's go Camden, I gotta wait for the keyboard to connect. There we go. Camden, NJ. Can't be reached. Of course it can't be. Why not? Why would that work when form is submitting? Let's just see what happens. Okay. Did I wipe out the enter city and state? And that's exactly what I did. Hit go. No good. All right. I was just trying to see what I believe this is the observation coming out here of the Northeast. And oh gosh, Justin, if you're still in the comments, tell me where these observations are coming out of what office. I think it's in the New York office, but I'm trying to look at the Mount Holly office down in South Jersey just to see. Let's put in Mount Holly. Let's see, Mount Holly. Can't be reached. Okay. So we'll just leave it as it is. All right. So let's get back to, unfortunately, the action here in Connecticut is going to be major trouble on 95 North still with us. And this is going to be heading, let's see. Okay. So they've got a lane open now. Here's the latest update. At 7:39. So north between 12 and 13, we still have 2 lanes closed. Only the far left lane is the only thing that's going to be getting by here at 7:56. There was a secondary crash there I wanted to check up on, but I guess that may have come off the board between 9 and 10. So we will go, so northbound 95, 12, and 13, only the left lane gets by with the remnants of a tractor trailer fire. 95 south is busy from 30 through 11. Look at that. Oof. And you're getting hit hard here on the northbound side. 6 through 13 is busy with a lot of traffic. And then we'll take it over to the Merritt Parkway, 49 to 35, almost 21 miles worth of traffic. Oh boy. Wow. I guess I'm thankful and lucky and count my blessings that I'm doing what I love right from my living room. So I don't have a commute. Although I did have a very long commute for a long time. Is Justin worked with Justin for a long time as well out on Long Island. A good hour plus ride each way for many years, and my back has taken its toll. But so if there is any little small sliver of a silver lining in any of this, is the fact that if you're going to get on to 95 here south of let's say exit 11 or so, you're moving pretty well coming through the Stamford area just until you hit south of exit 7. So this whole stretch here from 11 down through 8 is fine because of the holdback, because everyone's stopping to take a look at what's going on to 95 in Darien out by 13. But again, it is an absolute parking lot of traffic as you saw it from 30 all the way down through 13, and then again continuing down, now building more volume here as we head out to about exit 7 through about 6 and 5. And that Merritt Parkway just picking up a ton of traffic, friends. I mean, just a lot of traffic here. We're going to probably push this back closer to 51 or so, maybe 52, depending how long that stays out there. I would say if this crash is not cleared up by 8:15, another 15 minutes, we'll be back in this area here in the section, the eastern sections of Trumbull this morning. There's no doubt in my mind, because a lot of people, like I said, are looking at those overhead signs and they're bailing out and heading up to the Merritt Parkway to come off of 95. So really 95 here in Connecticut is the top story here this morning. Coming up on 7:59. Let me put the headsets on so I don't blow your eardrums out with the music here this morning. Let's do this. So, friends, we are coming up on 8 o'clock. Good morning to you here on the Tri-State Traffic Show. Odom with you here. Going to get you through the ride here for another hour's worth of action as I move the microphone out of the way and I don't hit myself in the head at the same time. There we go. How does the audio sound? Hopefully that sounds pretty good for us this morning. And again, busy. When is it not busy, right? That's the whole reason why there's so much traffic around here. Everyone's going all in the same place at the same time. Unbelievable. And I think also with pandemic as well has certainly not helped out matters. And the fact that there's so many more people that have bought cars over the last 2 years and they're all heading out. Some people may have never even had a car before and they're all, everyone's driving. So That's some of the situation, just a bit. So once again, welcome here on this Wednesday morning. Good morning to you here on the Tri-State Traffic Show. Throughout the entire 5 boroughs is kind of okay, but it's really here in Connecticut is really the hardest hit, basically, with that crash on 95 North in Darien. We'll get to the specifics of that in just a brief moment. But just want to tell you about our sponsor here this morning. This half hour is sponsored by the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery. CranfordVanillaBeanCreamery.com is the website to get any and all information. My good friend Ralph here in Cranford, New Jersey. We welcome him to the broadcast here for this 8 o'clock half hour. And phone number is 908-272-3000. Once again, you find more information at CranfordVanillaBeanCreamery.com. And as I hit the table, the camera is shaking all over. No, we're not having an earthquake. No, and we'll get another check on the weather here in about 15 minutes. Again, we're also giving away tickets to Darley's virtual program here tomorrow night from 7 to 8:30. Destination City, Santa Fe. If you'd like to go, definitely leave a comment in the comment section, and we'll get you hooked up with some tickets about Santa Fe, New Mexico. All right, so as the music plays out there like the Oscars, we will head back to the maps, shall we? And again, it's this Connecticut issue is really the biggest of the problem here this morning, and that is going to be on 95 going northbound. Again, that is in the area of exits 12 and 13. You know, everything was shut for a little while with that tractor trailer fire that is still in the process of being cleared, but they have just the left lane is the only thing that gets by here this morning. It's in Darien. Again, it's between exits 12 and 13. It's right in here. We've got 2 left lanes that are going to be out of service, 2 right lanes, I should say, until further notice. Again, the comment board is open for Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter here this morning. Justin is saying, let's see here. He is about to hit the Parkway northbound from Beautiful Wall to Edison. All right, JG, we'll get to that in just a moment. Just this is the braking traffic, is that northbound 95 in this area in Darien between exits 12 and 13 is going to be a tough ride. So let's just give a refresh here. I don't think this refreshed in real time, but we'll do it anyway, just to see what the numbers are here at 8:03. So about exits 28 down to 15, looking about almost an hour's worth of a delay, about 30 plus from that point down to the state line. So look for that. Let's just do a quick filter on this. We go north. Let's just see what the action is here this morning. Look at this, 97. So an hour, almost an hour and a half here just from Westchester up into Route 7. That is going to be just a real mess here. I want to do a quick check of 15 before we get to Justin's commute. So hang in there, buddy. I just have to do this because I'm right here, and this is where all the action is. We want to go south, see what the alternate volume and the rubbernecking delay is going to be about. Let's just see here. From Route 8 down to Route 7, should take about 20 minutes, about almost 50. So about a half an hour delay there, and tack on another 15 into Westchester. So running about 30 to 35 minutes with the delay this morning. All right, JG, let's get back to your commute here on the Parkway, coming up from 195 this morning up into the Driscoll Bridge. That looks good. Thankfully, you're not down there in Ocean County. A little crowding here out by the Arts Center, but really that's about it. That's nothing to really get terribly excited about whatsoever. Parkway getting up over to the Driscoll Bridge is fine, and what we're just going to show Justin the Driscoll Bridge as well. And Auntie Anna, good morning. Hey, we got a lot of comments here this morning. This is what we like to see. We want to see the audience participation. This is really interactive TV. Didn't they say that like 30 years ago? Interactive TV. That's the way things are going to go. You're going to interact with everything, and kind of just didn't really happen. It's kind of bonk. But good morning to Anna. Thanks a lot for supporting the Tri-State Traffic Show. Let's head over to, let's just see here now. We want to go to the Parkway by the Driscoll Bridge right here. This is usually where it kind of gets congested. And Justin, that looks pretty good, buddy. So your exit here for 287 to get you into Edison, that is in pretty good shape. Certainly seen worse at this time of the morning. So yeah, you want to definitely take it. There's the Driscoll Bridge itself. So rolling along and cooking with gas here this morning. So that's pretty quiet. So take advantage of that, pal. So it shouldn't take you anything out of the ordinary there along the Parkway for your morning ride. But wow, this is starting to light up here like a Christmas tree. Let's go back to New Jersey with the incident list here. So let's take a look at the Parkway now. So we've got broken down vehicle south at 137 in Cranford, and that's not a terrible issue. South of 140, we've got a crash as well. This one is going to be a problem north at 90 by Chambers Bridge Road in Brick. And then another one at the Celia Cruz service area in Lacey. All right, so I did see a little bit of red there this morning. And Justin's all happy about this commute. Absolutely. Yeah. I've been friends with Justin for 20 plus years, and I'm sure he would love to have the Mustang back. Hopefully that's the next one in the fleet for JG. But his Mustang, that was an awesome car. Yeah, that was real nice. So hopefully Justin will be able to saddle up with another Mustang again, right? But now, does he go with the electric with the family, with the kids? I don't know. Maybe if he's still with us before he got in the car, maybe he can post a comment whether he's a fan of the new Mustang SUV. It's quick being all electric, but I don't know if it has that true Mustang kind of, I don't know. If you're a Mustang fan, I think you know where I'm going. Anyway, so there's our crash here north on the Parkway. He's still on the shoulder, getting in towards about exit 90 or so. So look for that. And we are busy. Didn't know there was an Anchorage, New Jersey. Look at that. Imagine saying you live in Anchorage and they all think you live in Alaska and you're living outside of Ocean County College. That's got to be great. Oh, my goodness. Let's see what Anchorage is. I've never heard of that before. I've lived here all my life. Anchorage, New Jersey. I need to find out if anybody knows anybody in Anchorage, New Jersey. Let me know. I'm curious. I wonder if Anchorage, New Jersey is spelled the same way as Anchorage, Alaska. I have a feeling there's a K in the Anchorage in Alaska, but I digress. I could be wrong. Auntie Anna, do you know? I'm not sure. You're a shore resident down that way. I don't know if you know anything about Tom's River. But anyway, so just out of the tolls, we'll go all the way up into that location. And so that's kind of the deal there. Let's go to the travel times. Let me see if I can get some travel time data for us. Again, it's not, it's not really, because the points between are really from 63 to the Ratton toll. So it's really not adding into the commute just because it's such a long stretch. So it's kind of averaging it out just a bit. So it's a little tough to see. It's not going to come into the red zone. We need red zone. That's what the traffic should be. 24/7 traffic, like the red zone. As soon as it breaks, we go to quad box. Go to quad box. John Hanson, quad box. Look out. So that's the deal there. And hopefully you can hear me because okay. Like I said, I feel like I'm still half asleep. For a minute there, I thought the microphone was on mute. All right, so let's go back to the incident list. Look. So again, a couple of crashes there. So let's just run down the Parkway situation. All the way down through Cape May is fine. 8:09 now is our time. We've got 55 and 42 is busy there at the interchange. So it's 295 as you come in through about, let me just see what the exit number is here. I always forget these exit numbers on 295, and I don't know why. I can't remember them. I feel like they're in the lower 30s. Yeah, 30. And numbers just go down from there. So from 30 all the way out to the Aljo curve. Bonus points if anybody can tell me why it's called the Aljo curve. Somebody out there has got to know it. I know it, but there's got to be somebody out there who knows what that is. So we'll take a look at 195 for State House workers here coming out of Monmouth this morning into Mercer. We're fine, but then 29. The typical drill there as you head into the Trenton Tunnel. The Turnpike is going to be in pretty good shape. So is Route 9. 206 through Princeton is awfully busy, all the way up into Hillsborough. As you getting through that new bypass there, Route 1, just some traffic light delays. And now we're starting to see, 287 hitting the brakes here off of 440 up into exit 2, and then more traffic building both ways here out through exits 13 down through 12. But Route 22 is playing nicely this morning. So is 78. Again, there's no sun glare out there at all for the most part. That's why that's in good shape. 80, seeing a lot of traffic out of Roxbury this morning, just east of exit 30 and Howard. Coming into 15, all the way into Denville, pushing a lot of volume there. Same thing on 15 out of Jefferson. In this northwestern section of Morris County this morning, and then west on 80 is awfully busy here as well as we'd out in towards 287. But 287 for the most part looks pretty good. A little crowding here south of 80, but that's something to get terribly excited about. Let's go to 78 west of the Parkway is heavy out to Route 24, and then north on the Parkway. We'll go from 138 in Kenilworth into the long-term construction, and then a little bit south of the Cranford areas. That's where that broken down vehicle is. The Turnpike picking up more volume north than the 13, and then again all the way up in towards 13A and 14. This whole Bay Extension interchange here is all tied up as well, heading east onto the Bay Bridge. We've also got a lot of traffic on the Parkway. What else is new from exit 147 up to 150? And let's see here, westbound 80 busy at 20, and then both ways of 46 Route 3 at the interchange. The Little Falls is busy. So it was 208. There we go as we head south into Hawthorne and Fairlawn. And, a couple more weeks, I think that's going to ease out once school lets out. Then both ways of Route 4 is pretty heavy as you head out to Hackensack Avenue this morning. Head up towards 208 here out by Ramapo High School. All the great teachers there at Ramapo. I'm sure they're all waiting for graduation coming up in a couple of weeks, in about 3 weeks' time. Finally finish out the school year, right? But Franklin Lakes 287 is good. So is 17 and the Parkway. We're moving fine. Let's do this. Let's go to the Hudson River crossings now. We'll check in here, see what the drill is this morning. Again, we're giving away some tickets to Darley's virtual program. So if you like some tickets there, Antiana would like some tickets, or Alexandra, if you're going to be around tomorrow night. Again, it's a virtual program. So that's easy enough to enjoy. About an hour for the lower, about 41 to the upper, about 45 at the Lincoln, about a half an hour at the Holland. So we'll average this out at about 45 to 50. Just a lot of heavy traffic here this morning. Let's go to the maps. Let me just check in to see if anything happened on the Cross Bronx or the Deegan. I don't see anything. It's just a lot of heavy stop traffic, but you can see that 95 approach is really crowded now. Coming up just north of the Turnpike 80 interchange. Let's see what I want to do. Let's go to the cameras because I want to show you this. So see here, Black Horse Pike southbound. Let's see what that is. That just is a fresh deal here. Let's see if there's a camera. Nope, no camera. This is going the other way. At 41, that's north. Again, that's north on the far left. It's going to be a solid ride. So, okay. So let's go back to the camera list. And what was I doing? We wanted to go, I think this is, let's see how it's branded. Is it 46 or is it 19? Let's see here, 46 to 93. That's east coming towards us. That's really heavy, just east of the Turnpike. I think it's 19. That's the way it's labeled. So we go 19 up through Palisades Park. I'm not old enough to remember that, but just remember the jingle. So where is that camera? 919 Park Aviation. Let's go up here. Maybe they took the camera out? No, I don't think so. Why would they do that? Let's just see. Some of these cameras are not in the list. They're on the list, but they're not in the list. If that now there was cameras here, right in there. I thought I was able just to get all of the cameras instead of just an entire list, but that's what I had. Let's just see here. All right. So anyway, I digress from that. I just wanted to show you the George Washington Bridge approaches. Let's go to see here if this brings the camera up north of 69. Let's just see what that is in real time. So that's the approach into the George. And again, this is all, it's probably about 45 plus 50 minutes or so at the GWB. So that's really the worst of our three Hudsons here this morning. Let's give you a check of New Jersey Transit. We're coming up at 8:15. I want to stick to the schedule here. For the weather. All right. So let's see. Main Bergen line. We saw Alexander had the issues with the lights went out. So this is 7:38 from Hoboken is up to 25 minutes late. So look for that. Corridor coastline is fine. Raritan Valley now 7:19 from Raritan canceled for mechanical issues. Got to get on that 7:39. So it may affect trains upstream, downstream, however you'd like to call it. Depending on which way you are going here this morning. Let's go in with path before we hit weather again. We'll jump in here and see what the deal is on path trains. Let's see. Okay, that was just the elevator at Journal Square, connecting the platforms between tracks 3 and 4. All right. So with that said, we are going to get another check of the weather from our good friend John Rocco, our meteorologist in training over at Rutgers University. We thank John for the forecast, and he's president also of the Rutgers Weather Watcher Club. Follow Johnny on Twitter at John Rocco, JONROCCOWX. Sounds like a commercial like AMCO, AAMCO. I'm not showing my age, please. Oh, God, the gray hairs. Anyway, so we'll take a look at this morning's commute. Kind of a cloudy start, partly cloudy, partly sunny. I think it just really depends, where you are watching us here this morning. South Jersey, we did see some of those observations coming in for South Jersey. Some of the cameras themselves we're showing a little bit of sunny skies out there. So again, that's kind of what we're up against here this morning. So we will head over to the temperatures for the morning ride. So, temperatures are into the lower 60s or so, maybe creeping up to the upper 60s eventually for the tail end of the morning commute there in the Camden area and in Trenton. We will continue further to the east, that way the 5 boroughs. So temps starting off things here into the lower 60s and then to the upper 50s to 60 out on Long Island, over to the Hudson Valley, up to the, lower 60s as well, upper 50s to around 60, 62, a little warmer there in Yonkers, and up to the upper 50s to right around 60 throughout New Haven. So here's Johnny's Wednesday forecast. Partly sunny for today, scattered evening showers with the potential for some storms later on today. Nothing of a soaking rain, but again, just a quick pop-up shower. Like last night, there was a thunderstorm that came through, and some pretty decent thunder. Was hearing that yesterday about, I'd say about 9 o'clock or so. But you can see this temperature gradient here, going west of 84 on over 84 west of the Turnpike, looking into the 80s or so, but then east of that into the mid 70s. So again, further east you go, I think the cooler it's going to be. So 68 in Islip, around 70 in Atlantic City, and 78 in Andover. We'll take a look at the potential weather threats here this morning. Some scattered evening storms for the rest of today. Some potential evening storms for tomorrow. But then as we get into Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, nothing across the board. Here's John's exclusive 7-day forecast for the tri-state area here on the Tri-State Traffic Show. Looking at 73 for today with a few evening storms, as well as some showers tomorrow, getting a little warmer at 81, but then look at that. Looks like some really golden sunshine. 78 on Friday, 77 on Saturday, and 75 on Sunday. And then continuing into that mid to upper 70 range for Monday and Tuesday, with our next potential shower threat coming in sometime on Tuesday. So again, shaping up to be a fairly nice weekend. All right, so 8:20 is our time. Let's take a look at our observation data here from the National Weather Service throughout this tri-state area. I think I'm going to set up a page as well for South Jersey because I'm not able to bring that up. But for the time being here, we'll take a look at EWR coming in at 64, some overcast skies. Long Island into the lower 60s to around upper 50s or so, 59 in Shirley, 60 in Islip, 61 at Kennedy, 60 at LaGuardia, and 61 at Central Park. Somerville, Teterboro, Trenton into the lower 60s. Again, you can see that humidity is crept up just a bit. And with that said, let's take a look at the flight map just to see if there's any flight delays, and looks like we're seeing some at Newark Liberty here this morning. So let's see here. It just came up with why it was there. I think it was some staffing issues. Let's go back to the maps. This is saying, let's just see what it brings it up. It says, due to staffing, departure traffic destined to Newark is subject to a ground delay I'll get it right. Ground delay program. And you want to click here for more information, which we did. I didn't say anything. So the potential is out there. Maybe some slight flight delays. Again, people are getting on board and heading out. It really is getting busy at the airports. People are just tired of sitting inside, right? All right, so we're going to retire New Jersey here for the time being. It's 8:21 as our time. Let's go to the city. Well, might as well just start here in the Bronx since we're already here. Let's go here to the where we're going to start, Smitty. We're going to go to the Deegan. And we'll take a look at that out by Yankee Stadium. South across Bronx is heavy. Also south on the Bruckner is heavy right out of the interchange all the way onto the northbound Major Deegan. And as we continue west on the cross Bronx is fairly busy as you get out of the interchange all the way out through, well, just about almost to the Alexander Hamilton Bridge. So, and then 95 going north, we're fairly crowded as well. Let me just take a look at the incident list for the city and Long Island and the Hudson Valley. So there's a crash west in Syosset out on the island. So look for that. 787. Okay. So nothing extraordinary happening as far as accidents are concerned. The east side seeing a lot of traffic here at this hour, and we're getting kind of hit hard as well. Coming through this section. We'll go southbound all the way from, well, basically 135th, getting all the way down the line to the Queensboro Bridge, and then more traffic getting south of the Midtown Tunnel. Midtown Tunnel looking at about a half an hour now. Queensboro Bridge about 15. RFK under about 7-8 minutes or so, heading onto the Manhattan span is busy. The BQE going up to the Grand Central. What else is new there? BQE is seeing a lot of traffic all the way from Northern Boulevard all the way out to basically the Brooklyn Bridge. Just a load of traffic. I mean, just a ton of volume. And then since we're here at the lower easts, we'll go Williamsburg about 5 minutes or so. Manhattan is good. Brooklyn Bridge is fine. Battery Tunnel is about 10. That inbound side of the Gowanus is just stacked right off the Staten Island Expressway across the Verrazano. As we make our way through Industry City, it's just a parking lot all the way into the Prospect this morning. The Belt is slowly going downhill, heading east into Bay 8th Street. Then again, over by Cropsey Avenue. Westbound also seeing a lot of traffic coming out of Rockaway Parkway on over to Flatbush Avenue on into Coney Island Avenue. Westbound Belt is typical drill here both ways from the airport out to Sunrise Highway. The Van Wyck both ways into Hillside Avenue is just getting hit hard. So is the Grand Central here out by St. John's, just seeing a ton of traffic here this morning. I mean, users very, very little movement there. Out by 188th, and then north on the Cross Island is busy from Sunrise Highway, getting all the way up into basically the LIE. Yeah, the Whitestone Expressway just getting hit hard as well off the Whitestone here this morning. But the Throgsneck Bridge actually is going to be looking pretty good. I'm going to hold off on the city cameras because I'm going to set up those macros once the show finishes up. Setting up those cameras, I think that's going to make things a lot easier. It's just kind of one of those bill notification moments, right? Oh, gosh. And speaking of that, if definitely pass the word along about the show. We're trying to grow the channel as much as we can and as quickly as we can. Let's see how many subscribers we can get. Definitely we'll set small benchmarks. Want to go for 100 subscribers, hopefully maybe by the end of the week into early next week. That'd be fantastic. So tell all your friends. Doesn't cost you anything on YouTube. Please just subscribe. It would really help me out here. Just again, trying to get this traffic and weather channel up off the ground, onto on the air, basically from my living room. So if you can help me out there, even on Twitter, I've got almost 2,600 followers. If you can just pass the word along and get people to go ahead and subscribe to the channel, it'll be fantastic. And even all my friends on Facebook as well, like that Tri-State Traffic Show Facebook page here today. All right, so let's go to the island here this morning, and we go west on the LIE is fairly busy into 135, and then we'll make our way to the Northern State Parkway. That is pretty crowded from 106, 107 out towards the Meadowbrook. Well, look at this. This eased out fairly quickly here on the Meadowbrook, getting into the Northern. Again, we were all backed up. I almost feel like I'm looking at a map from like a week ago, but this is in real time. We go on to the westbound Northern, is busy out to Lakeville Road, but again, this was all in the red, backed up here. Even the Wantagh looks pretty good. A little crowding here on the expressway from 40 over to 39, but that's about it. We go both ways of the Southern here from exits about 18 through 22, and then heavy both ways out by 135. And the westbound Southern State Parkway, we're seeing just a bunch of traffic as well as we head out in towards 109. And then the expressway again is pretty busy here. Northern State, we're well back in the Plainview, so look for that. It's going to be a solid ride. Let's go through Suffolk County now. Sunrise Highway here at the Merge is busy. LIE, some pockets of volume, exit 60 through 59, 58, 57. And then it kind of eases up here just west. Starts to see a little crowding out by the Sandy Coast in 53, but that's it. 25 here out through Center Reach is going to be in pretty good shape. So it's 25A on over to Sunrise Highway, and that's just getting hit hard out of Hampton Bays through Southampton to Watermill, Bridgehampton. And then 24 is pretty busy coming out of Riverhead. Let's give you a fresh refresh of Long Island Railroad. We'll see what the story is here coming up on almost 8:30 now. Let's go to Long Island Railroad, and we'll check out the deal here. We still have some delays on the Montauk branch, which seems to take forever. Amagansett due into Hampton Bays at 8:01, departed at half an hour. So that's probably just train's probably just about ready to roll into the station here. At any moment. It's like the Jimmy Walker commercials for whatever the heck that is. He goes, money. It's just it's just weird. Watching a sitcom star from the 70s tell me about my retirement, right? But I guess that's where we're at, right? I mean, he's probably in his late 60s, not 70 already, possibly. But Good Times was a great show. Let's take a look at the Hudson line. We still have delays. Grand Central with Croton Harmon, 10 to 15 there. Port Jervis line from Hoboken, 25 minutes because of mechanical issues. So watch for that. So a quick check of the subways this morning. Let's see. 5 trains rerouted. Northbound, again, northbound 5 running on the 2. Nevins from Nevins Street to 149 Grand Concourse. Somebody activated the brakes there, so we have delays on the 2 and the 3 because of that situation. Same thing with the 5 and the 4. 3, 2, 1. No, may wait longer for Rockaway bound A train. Was once one of the former home of my buddy Ralph at the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery. He's a Queens boy. We go to D. B&D, running delays after investigated why trains brakes were active at 59th Street and Columbus Circle. All right, so we got some delays there to look for here at 8:29. And speaking of Ralph, we didn't get a chance to do the sponsorship here, so we'll do it right now, coming into the 8:30 half hour on a Wednesday morning. So Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery, thank Ralph for proudly being a sponsor of the Tri-State Traffic Show, located in beautiful Cranford, New Jersey. And that is in historic Union County, right off the Raritan Valley line. Make some of the best handmade, homemade ice cream to be found. Vanilla Bean, that is his core staple, vanilla, chocolate, strawberry, bananas Foster. We have Cookie Monster, another crowd favorite with the kids, as well as coffee and party cake is one of my favorites. Now, he makes these amazing ice cream cakes coming up in towards our graduation season, especially for the high schools and, 7th, 8th graders coming up in about 3 weeks' time or so. We got Father's Day in a couple of weeks as well. So makes these fantastic, classic ice cream cakes with the little chocolate crunchies on the inside. Now, this is the soft serve ice cream. You can also make it anything with the hard ice cream and the dipping case there. Just maybe give them a little more time to go ahead and put that together. Up to 40 people for a large sheet cake. So that's fantastic. And it makes crunchy cream cakes as well as the signature cakes, the bananas Foster and the party cake. And then he makes these amazing other little treats here, these vanilla cupcakes, which are absolutely fantastic. And so are these ice cream sandwiches, the classic flying saucer, right? Remember classic flying saucers and chipwiches? Again, I'm getting hungry in the Tri-State Traffic Center here. I need to eat breakfast here shortly, but we'll do that in about a half an hour's time. So once again, you can find any and all information about the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery, located at 22 North Avenue West in Cranford, New Jersey, 908-272-3000. He's open from 12:30 to 9:30 Monday through Thursday until 10 p.m. on Friday and Saturday until 9 o'clock on a Sunday. And you can get more information at cranfordvanillabeancreamery.com. All right. So with that said here this morning, you're watching the Tri-State Traffic Show here for a Wednesday morning. We're in our last half hour, coming around turn 4 here for the checkered flag. Indy 500, quite exciting this year. Really a lot of fun there. Same thing with the Coca-Cola 600 in Charlotte. Went to overtime. It was the longest Coca-Cola 600 in the history of NASCAR. So it's a little fun fact for you as you head out here this morning. Odon here in the Tri-State Traffic Center, up and running here on this Wednesday. And we do have a bit of an issue in Connecticut. That's where we're going to go back to the maps here and start very, very shortly. As I tell you about that, again, we'll have another last and final check of our weather conditions with meteorologist in training, Mr. John Rocco. He will be giving us our forecast here in about 15 minutes time. Again, our last half hour of the show is sponsored by Travels with Darley. If you're unfamiliar with Darley, there's my good friend Darley Newman. And she has a wonderful program that can be seen pretty much all over Amazon Prime, PBS Create, also on Ovation TV. And Ovation TV's Journey, I should say, and Wondrum as well. And she has an upcoming virtual event on Santa Fe, New Mexico, which is tomorrow night from 7 to 8:30. If you'd like tickets, certainly go ahead and leave us a comment there. Or later on today, if you want to, because today's the last day, I have to get the list over to her. You can email us at the Tri-State Traffic Show with your name and your email address, and we'll pass that along if you'd like to go. If you're thinking about it afterwards or watching the replay, we certainly can accommodate you. Have some tickets to give away on Santa Fe, New Mexico. Destination Cities. Again, that comes up tomorrow night from 7 to 8:30. So just go ahead and leave a comment on Facebook and YouTube, and we'll get you all hooked up there. All right. So with that said, our comment section is open again for our next half hour. I feel like I need a phone number. Like, again, I always say Ralph's phone number. 908-272-3000 is the number. First time, long time, right? So we will go to the Connecticut issues here this morning, and let's bring up the page here once again. So we go full screen with the page. We were going to check out the deal here this morning with our incident list. Let's just see what we got coming up across the board. Make sure the music is down. We are. So let's just check this out in real time. We still have the remnants of this tractor trailer fire. This is going north on 95. Again, this is going to be northbound on 95 here this morning. Looking at the left lane is the only thing that's going to be getting by. So definitely a crowded ride there along 95. Let's just see if there's any other incidents other than our normal delays coming through this section. Just some Merritt Parkway delays. Do I say just some? It's just a lot, really. So let's go across the sound and we'll show you the deal. So here it is in between 12 and 13. Right in this area. Unfortunately, cameras are not working here. Had some issues with the cameras yesterday, so I'm thinking there's some power issues there. at some of the head end because it all filters and feeds into Bridgeport, into the DOT State Police headquarters. So we go north here is backed up all the way through about exit 6 or so, really, up into the accident location. And again, the holdback of the traffic with the rubbernecking delays coming into 13 is making for this a much easier ride through this stretch from about 11, really 12, 11, 10, 9 into 8, and then it starts to hit the brakes here, getting south of 7. So again, that's just kind of our normal traffic, pushing, filtering all the way traffic down through about exit 2. But what that also is doing, look at this delay here on 95. Wow, that is a lot of traffic. Oofa, right? Wow. Yes. Wow. Again, I really hope that everyone was okay. That's the most important thing in the crash, but it is just really banged up traffic, really good, coming out of Fairfield here this morning. It looks like we eased out through Bridgeport, but again, here is this mess. I told you, what did I tell you about the Merritt Parkway now? We're back to about exit 52 for Route 8 here. Let's just check this number out. Again, it's been a while since I've been doing Connecticut traffic, and I think this is 52. Come on, Google Maps, help me out. 52, look at that. Do I win a prize? No, I don't know what I win, but so this is south on the Merritt, busy from just south of 52 all the way down 52 all the way down to 36. Let me just see if the Merritt may have an accident here. No, it's a little bit sluggish as you get into 106 here in Turn of River. The name Turn of River. Sounds like a movie. This is out exit 36. So yeah, so from 50 down 52 to 36, just an absolute parking lot. And for some reason, southbound here on Route 8, I think maybe some are, I'm not sure, unless there's something going on to Route 8 here just south of the Merritt. This is really crowded through this stretch just south of 108. Not quite sure why. So if anyone happens to know, certainly go ahead and post a comment and just let me know. All right, so that is the deal there with Connecticut. Unfortunately, it's not a great deal. So we will go to, let's just try the Merritt Parkway travel times again. Let's just see how much we are in the red, how bad these numbers are. Wow, look at that. So southbound from Route 8, that's about exit 50, 52, 51 or so, down to Route 7 and exit 39 should take you almost 20 minutes, about a half an hour delay there, and about another 20, almost another half an hour from that to the state line. So looking at probably well over an hour if you're coming out of, let's say, Milford and heading down into the Greenwich area is, wow, that's a pretty stiff ride. So we'll head over here. We go to 95. Let's go there, and we head south. We'll see what this delay is looking like. Look at all that red. Whoa. Oh, boy. Yeah, so to go from exit 28 or so, 28, 27 down to exit 15 should take you about 15 minutes, taking you 70 minutes, well over an hour there. And then if you have to get all the way into Greenwich this morning, looking at another half an hour, looking almost, I'd say probably closer to the hour and 45 minute to 2 hour mark along 95, traveling south out of Bridgeport. If you need to make your way in towards the Hudson Valley, you're probably better off with the train. I think is going to be the easier commute for you. Just, unfortunately, nothing, not a whole lot of, not many places you can go. It's just kind of what we're seeing here at 8:39. Unfortunately, that it is, but we'll get through it, and that's the reason why you tune into the Tri-State Traffic Show. Tell all your friends, please, on YouTube, Facebook. We got a couple more subscribers yesterday. That's awesome. We're going for 100. That's where we got to go. Just make small victories, right? 100 subscribers here by the end of the week. That's what we want. Tell all your friends, everybody on Twitter that I know who's maybe watching this or just coming across it or whatnot. I got almost 2,600 followers. Let's get an eighth of those to subscribe, and we're stepping in the right direction for YouTube. Certainly helps me out, again, starting up this traffic and weather channel essentially in my living room. Eastbound along 287 right off the Tappan Zee Bridge, we are crowded. New England Thruway is fine, but the Hutch, we're seeing a ton of traffic getting into Weaver Street. kind of typical fare. Looks like the cross county is still pretty busy west of the Hutch, and then west of the Sawmill, and then north on the Hutch is fairly busy out of the Bronx line. Let's go on over towards Rockland County, beginning to thin it out just a little bit for us. Heading south here of into the Palisades, on over to exit 12 is a little bit, exit 11, interchange 11, I should say, is a little bit crowded. We go up towards Orange County or 84, and the thruway looks fine. So 17, Beacon Bridge 84, that looks pretty good. It's just our normal delays in 64 south out of Brewster off of the 84 interchange, and further south as you come in towards Katona. It's going to be a solid ride. All right, so we are going to retire here the Hudson Valley for the morning, since that's the slowest of our areas, before we do our kind of whip around the entire tri-state area. Coming up on 8:40 now. Let's see. Justin just says, yeah, Express was faster than the locals on the Parkway. So coming through Monmouth County, so there you go, seeing that in real time from our traffic spotter, meteorologist Justin Godnick. Express was faster than the local lanes there from about, south of 98 all the way into 127. So thank you, JG, for that, and enjoy your work day, buddy. And we'll see you tomorrow, right? All right, so let's go back to New Jersey now for the next 4 minutes, because I'm just going to want to hit weather and hit a quick sponsor break here at 8:45. So we will go to the New Jersey page. Let's see what we got here. That's why the George Washington Bridge is all getting hit hard, because there's a broken down tractor trailer on the Trans-Manhattan Expressway, which is that underneath the apartments, as they call it. So that's why that is probably well over the hour mark now. So I might as well just go and give you the fresh times here at the George. And that's why the lower is saying it's a little bit, I think it just depends on where that is. Again, they're saying off the upper level. So that's about 50, almost an hour for the lower, as people are bailing out because they're hearing it about the upper level situation. 45 at the Lincoln and 30 at the Holland. So let's go back to the list now. This is in Somers Point. That's not really going to, southbound at the Great Egg Toll Plaza, that's not going to tie up anybody except for the birds. 18 north of Route 1, we've got a lane down there. So that's a stiff shot. We'll go on over towards that location. We'll take a look at our cameras, and there is a camera here. Let's just see if it's working. Started off here, Route 1 at 18. They were looking for it, but this is all north on 18, but I don't see anything there. Let's go to the camera here at 18 at Route 1. Again, they were looking for it as well. That's going northbound. I don't see anything passing 1. So it's very possible that it cleared, but this is at Narracon. This is northbound coming towards us. We're busy all the way back through Edgeboro Road. That will be traffic that is coming toward, again, we're at the traffic light, but nonetheless, it's heavy back through about Edgeboro Road or so. This is out at the Turnpike, so that's a parking lot heading north. Boy, that kind of looks like pre-pandemic traffic in that section, right? And it's also affecting traffic coming off of the Turnpike at interchange 9, because everyone trying to get onto 18 north because of this situation. Let's just see here. 18 north of Route 1. I have a feeling, again, that just cleared up, because I didn't see anything in those cameras there. So, again, that came in at 8:23. That was about 20 minutes ago or so. So we'll keep an eye on that here for the whip around. What else we got cooking? 130 in South Brunswick. We got a crash there at Ridge Road. Let's go here. Let's just take a look at this and see what we got. Thought that there was a camera here at Ridge, but I could be wrong. I am. Look out. So south along 130 is tied up into Dayton, basically south of the Route 1 no, it's not Route 1. It's going to be, let's see here. Oh my. Dean's Road Hall Road, 610. 610 is a dime. 610 here, Dean's Road Hall Road. Again, I've always said that with the numbering system here in New Jersey specifically, I think it's kind of like once you get south of Middlesex County, really, it just depends on where you are that you call them by the route numbers. Here up in North Jersey, county routes, it'd be hard pressed to tell you what the county routes are and county roads. People just give the name of the road, but then as you get further south, it seems like more people use the actual route number instead of the actual road number. Actually named, they'll say 526 or they'll go 527. So again, it's just I think it's just a regionality type issue as far as what you say and where you say it and how you say it, right? Okay, so that is let's just widen up. Whoa, what was that at the George? Crash, upper level eastbound. So I know you got problems on the upper level now at the George. Wish I had the camera there. I'm gonna find out from the Fort Lee Police Department whether we can use that camera on the air. I wouldn't think that they would have some issue. That's a governmental institution. As long as I give them credit, I think that would probably be okay, but let me find out. So, all right, let's go here. North on the Parkway, we're busy out of Tom's River through Lakewood is just a mess there. We had some earlier issues by 91. 195 is good, but then this 42 situation here at 55 is awfully crowded as well. And then as we go onto the turnpike, starting to see a little bit of a slowdown here out through, I'd say interchange 8A, roughly in that area. The Parkway through Monmouth, as JG has said. And then 287 both ways through Edison is busy. The Parkway through Union County is fine. West on 78, seeing a lot of traffic getting west of the Parkway. And then the turnpike looks like it's starting to thin out through 13. That's good. And into 14, still some crowding here on the Bay Extension, but that's what else is new there. There are your approaches to the Holland Tunnel. Again, we're looking at about, let's just see here, about a half an hour at the Holland Tunnel approaches. I'll get that bonk. I can't wait to eat here in another 10 minutes. So the Parkway is fairly busy as well, obviously. From 143 all the way up in towards Route 3. That's pretty extensive delay. Both ways at 280 across the Stickle in Newark is busy. West on 78 is heavy out to 24 on the local side through Vauxhall. And then the Lincoln Tunnel looking at about 45 minutes there. Again, we'll push this probably close to the hour and 15 mark at the George with that new report of a crash in the upper level and underneath the apartments. We do have that broken down tractor trailer looking for that. And then 80 West here at Route 20 is busy. So is 21 up to 20, and then south along 208, still a solid ride out by Maple Avenue. Let's go out to Morris County, where 80 we're fine. So is 287. That is moving nicely. So is 78. All right, so let's retire New Jersey here for the morning. See you back here tomorrow morning at 7 for my Garden Staters. So let's get to the weather and the sponsor break. We're a couple minutes behind, but it's my show. I make the rules, so why not, right? All right, so let's get a last and final check of the weather out here this morning. And this is courtesy of our good friend, John Rocco, who is the meteorologist in training over at Rutgers University in Piscataway. He's president of the Rutgers Weather Watchers Club, and you can follow John on Twitter at John Rocco, WX. All right, so some partly cloudy conditions. It really depends on where you are, probably more on the mostly cloudy side for most of north central Jersey. South Jersey, we did see a little sunshine kind of peeking through the clouds, but, hopefully that'll burn off a little bit, maybe get a little bit of sun out there, but temperatures here starting things off much cooler, about 10-15 degrees cooler than it was yesterday at this time. Again, I got 63 here in the traffic center and cloudy. Yesterday at this time we were close to almost 80 at this point, so really was cooking with gas there yesterday. So we will say 67 there in Camden starting things off, and 63 in AC. On over to the lower 60s throughout the 5 boroughs here this morning, and into the upper 50s to around 60 out on Long Island. Let's make our way towards the Hudson Valley. Again, kind of the normal, kind of regular temperatures here, 58, 62 in Yonkers. And southwestern Connecticut coming in around just on average about 59 to 60 degrees. Here's Johnny's forecast for today. Partly sunny skies. Potential for some scattered evening showers and some storms. But you can see he's pushing those temperatures there just west of the Turnpike in Mercer County, Burlington County, Cherry Hill 84, Trenton at 80, 75 in Freehold. As you get east, it seems like things kind of cool off just a bit. 72 in Central Park and 68 out on Long Island in Islip and 70 for Atlantic City. Now, our weather threats for today, again, scattered evening storms and some evening storms potentially for tomorrow. Friday, Saturday, Sunday are shaping up really nicely, as you can see in John's exclusive 7-day forecast of the Tri-State Traffic Show. 73 for today, so about 20 degrees cooler than it was yesterday. 81 for tomorrow with the potential for some threats of some storms in the evening. 78 for Friday, 77 on Saturday, and 75 on Sunday. So if that shapes up and holds up over the next 36 hours or so, that's looking like a fantastic weekend. 75 from Monday and getting out towards 76. Maybe I think this weekend I'll break out the Cadillac. I'm not sure. I don't know. Maybe going to go to a car show on Monday. That's something we're going to try to do as well. Maybe give you some other content here on the channel. Maybe head out to the Galloping Cruisers car show there in Linden. Maybe talk to some of our friends who are classic car owners. So we'll see. We're trying to kind of putting some things together, maybe even doing some interviews. Hopefully we'll get Darley on the show as well for an extended hour-long interview. Really interesting what she does as far as Travels with Darley. And speaking of that, once again, we are sponsored by Travels with Darley, and there is my friend Darley Newman. Good morning to you, watching us from the Big Apple. That's Travels with Darley. You can watch her on PBS Create, Amazon Prime, Wonderum, and Ovation TV's Journey. And don't forget about her virtual program, which is tomorrow evening. That is from 7 to 8:30. Destination Cities in Santa Fe. If you'd like more information, it's at the bottom of the screen. The website is coming across right now. There we go, Mark. So it's going to be a fantastic program tomorrow. She does an awesome job with these virtual presentations. It's a virtual Zoom link, and it's going to be an hour lecture about Santa Fe, all the great spots to go out and eat, drink, have an adventure, lots of different places to see, and a lot of the history as well of Santa Fe, New Mexico. And then there's going to be a question and answer period afterwards. So that's 7 to 8:30 tomorrow night. Again, tomorrow night, Destination Cities, Santa Fe. Friend Darley Newman. If you'd like tickets, the website is at the bottom of the screen. Also, we're have some tickets to give away as well. If you want to throw up a comment here in the last 10, 15 minutes or so of the show, we can get you hooked up there, or email us at tristatetrafficshow@gmail.com. And we'll hook you up with those tickets as well. Again, that's tomorrow. And again, if you're unfamiliar with Darley's program, here's a little bit of a teaser trailer. This is from one of her prior seasons, but it gives you a good idea of what Travels with Darley is all about.
Hi, I'm Darley Newman, exploring California's Central Coast at an elephant seal rookery.
Even I was surprised at what you can discover when you ask a local to guide you through a new destination.
Okay, this looks a little dangerous.
Yes.
Wild to be in an ice cave in North Dakota.
In North Dakota.
Maybe deep in your soul, there's a spot that remembers how it was back in the villages.
From a classic American road trip to a national park with presidential ties, we're exploring California, North Dakota, France, Virginia, and beyond on a brand new season of Travels with Darley.
Able Stever. I guess you gotta be a little hardcore to come out and do this trail.
North Dakotans are hardy people, and the Mattahay Trail represents that well.
It's fun. I'm not sure how I'm getting back. I'll just ride home like this.
So once again, that's a little preview of Travels with Darley. If you're unfamiliar with the program, it kind of gives you a little flavor of what Travels with Darley is all about. Once again, her program is coming up tomorrow evening at 7 to 8:30, courtesy of our good friends at Smithsonian Associates. That's Destination Cities, Santa Fe, New Mexico. And again, if you'd like tickets, there is the website. Also, we have a couple of tickets to give away as well. If you'd like those, be the first one to post up a comment here, Facebook and YouTube. Let me know if you'd like to go. We'll get you all hooked up, as well as send us a message on the email system, right? what is this, 1997? Just email away at tri-state traffic show at gmail.com. We thank Darley for being a proud sponsor of the Tri-State Traffic Show. All right, so let's get to the observation list here this morning. I was hoping that let's just refresh it again. Maybe we get lucky with the 8 o'clock half hour temperatures. No, but again, you can see temps are here into the upper 50s to lower 60s across the area, overcast and a little bit of fog building in as well, depending on where you are. So again, kind of in that upper 50s to lower 60s area. And so far, there are no flight delays, which is good news. All right. So we thank John Rocco for the forecast today. Our friends at the National Weather Service, we say a very good morning to you. We will join you back here on the Tri-State Traffic Show with the observation lists. And let's see if we can get some observation lists for South Jersey. I'm going to do some more research on that. All right. So with that said, let's go back to our top story is the Connecticut issue here along I-95. That's really where things have been kind of getting crazy here. Let's just see what is open or what is not still. We have this crash between 12 and 13. Only the left lane is going to be getting by this morning. That's been that way all morning long since we came on the air. It was closed at one point, but they are managing to squeeze through a left lane. They're just, massive, massive delays behind it. Let's just see if the cameras are working. We'll give this another try. Yeah, so DOT's having some trouble with their DOT cameras here this morning. So, but again, it's going to be north from exit 2 all the way up into the crash zone at 12 is heavy. South is heavy straight into Bridgeport now from 28 all the way in towards 11, and then heavier 7 through 3. And the Merritt Parkway still on the brakes from 50 all the way down into about exit 35. So at this point, I think maybe you're better off going for the train here this morning. I think could be a little bit better for us. All right, so let's go back to the fire boroughs very briefly here. Let's bring up the issues out on Long Island. We'll see if there's any major crashes or problems. And yes, there are on 135 at Powell Avenue in Oyster Bay. That's between exits 8 and 9. Let's just see if that's causing any kind of an issue. But I want to just go to the 5 boroughs very quickly, New York City area. Let's just see if they have anything brewing here. The broken down tractor trailer. 5 east in the George, upper Trans-Manhattan Expressway. That's where they're still saying one lane closed here on the Van Wyck passing the belt, but I didn't see it there. All right, so let's take care of Long Island first, and we'll finish up with the city because we got a bunch of stuff popping out here this morning. So let's go out east, how the Rhine out to the Hamptons is, and you get a lot of red here from Hampton Bays down through Southampton, Watermill into Bridgehampton, east on 24. That also is quite a slow ride as well through Riverhead. West on the LIE, still seeing some congestion from 60 all the way through about the Santa Coast Parkway in 53. It's loosening up, but it's just heavy, steady moving traffic. North on the Santa Coast is heavy just past the Southern State, and then the Southern State Parkway going west here of 109 through 135 all the way out to the Meadowbrook is just getting hit hard. Then east, we'll say about from 16, 17, that area, all the way into 22. And then it eases up and then a little heavier out to 135. But down here, Long Beach, Jones Beach Island, Long Loop Parkway, that all looks good. Here we go again with the Meadowbrook hitting the brakes, getting up and onto the westbound Northern. The Northern State going east is heavy here from the Wonton to 106, 107. And the Northern still seeing a lot of traffic from the area 135, getting all the way out to just about 106 and 107. That area that on the shoulder, that accident on 135, it's not tying up traffic, is right in this area here this morning. A little busy getting on the Jericho Turnpike, but what else is new there? Expressway's heavy from 45 down through just east of 41, and then west of 40 on over to 39, and then heavier here as you come in towards Lakeville Road. All right, let's go to the city now, and we want to bring up the city cameras. This is just a fresh refresh here. Nope, still didn't do it. So something's going on with the servers there, I think, at the National Weather Service. So let's bring up the cameras here this morning. Again, I'm gonna see if I can set these macros up where I don't have to go through all of this, where we just have the, obviously specific spots. We'll put those cameras in because there's like 1,000. There's like 1,000 cameras. Um, I wish I could run that commercial with me in the G-Man back in the day. Oh, just 1,000 cameras. Look out. That was a fun one. That's when it was fun. It's no longer fun. It's just a paycheck, right? So we go here. That's not what I want. Amsterdam 178. Let's see. Let's see what we got here. Essentially, looking at this camera in real time, friends, right in the center. Well, okay, now I'm starting to see a few vehicles coming. Let's just see if they make their way towards us now. With the broken down tractor trailer. So it may have been, I couldn't tell whether there was a truck on the back of that. So there it is. There's the heavy tow truck right here with the tractor trailer. So they got that tractor trailer out from underneath the apartments. Now it's on the white lines or the zebra stripes here. So I don't know if maybe that's okay. So now he's got the police tow. So, all right. So all lanes are reopened here. You saw and heard that first. There's nobody in this market that had that camera up at the right time watching that traffic. That tow truck with that heavy wrecker with the tractor trailer on it. There's nobody. I guarantee you that there's nobody who had that here right now. Not even for my friends in the chopper, because you couldn't see it because it was underneath the apartments. But there's another one, a disabled bus as well. So maybe that was behind it. Not sure. But nonetheless, that upper level to the George has effectively been reopened now, because it was shut for just a few minutes as they brought in the heavy apparatus. Boy, I feel like you do a Discovery show on those men and women there who do those heavy tow trucks here through the tri-state area. Let's see. Look at the impact now. Looking on average about an hour and 15 now at the George, 45 at the Lincoln, and a half at the Holland Tunnel. All right, so we know the drill there. So let's come off of that. And so this is something new now. Vehicle fire on the George Road, lower level westbound, and that's coming back to New Jersey. A vehicle fire? All right, so let's go back to this camera now. This would be for the, this is for the upper, this is for the lower. So now, unless it's just local traffic coming off the Harlem River Drive and not really realizing what the story is to get, exiting locally there. Let's bring it back to the Undercliff Avenue. So this is all heading, whoa. What's going on here now? All right, so that traffic there is coming off the upper level to the George. I think these are the issues with the tractor trailer. Again, no one has this, folks. There is no way that anybody in this market's got this right now, what we're showing you. No way. So they're bringing in that heavy wrecker, and NYPD was just blocking up traffic just for a minute so they could get in position. So that's where they moved that broken down tractor trailer, I guess, to secure things there from underneath the apartments. But there's a lot of police activity there, obviously, to keep those safety workers safe. So this is right at the Major Deegan coming off of the George Washington Bridge. So now I imagine, I'm going to say this, is that the lower roadway to the George is going to be the worst option here in about the next 5-10 minutes. One, because of this issue, because that traffic here on the far left, let's see if the mouse is working, right in here, let's just blow this camera up. Why not? Because these cameras stay open all the time. So it's right in here, okay? You see the right lane is shut. So all this traffic here is coming in from the lower roadway of the George, merging onto now what will be the Cross Bronx coming off the Trans-Manhattan Expressway. So it's going to be a real stiff ride trying to merge in there with that one, acceleration, deceleration lane. This is the exit for the Deegan. So that's going to be just a stiff shot there coming off the George for the lower. And then again, we've just got that word. Let's go back to it. Let's just see what it says. Again, westbound here, lower roadway of the George Washington Bridge. They're saying all lanes are closed there off of the George. So it looks like it's on the Jersey side where this vehicle fire is. Maybe not so much on the bridge. I think it's right in here. It's either on the Jersey Tower side of the bridge, or it's on that side. So yeah, so that's kind of what I am looking at here at this point. I am just going to, again, because I don't have permission just yet. I just want to oh, come on. Uh, bear with me for one moment. I just want to see if that Fort Lee camera from our friends at the Fort Lee Police Department. I would imagine that you probably could. I could probably use that. Fort Lee. WB. Let's see here. Um, Fort Lee on demand. Let's just see what that situation is. Um, yeah. Let's just see. Check this out in real time. So it's coming off of. It's down here. I can't show you the camera. Afraid that I'm going to get a strike from YouTube, but we shall see. Let me just dismiss that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yep, that's where it is. I can see the smoke here. I wish I could show you this camera. I just, um wish I could show you this camera. Because unfortunately the comments are not kid friendly. We'll put it that way. And there's a ton of smoke here this morning. This is literally coming off the lower of the George, so it's in New Jersey. It's just off of the bridge, just before you kind of make those decisions to go for Route 4 or merge back in with 95 on the local side. There's a ton of smoke there. It's under that very first overpass. It's not Fletcher Avenue. It's not Fletcher Avenue, but it's going to be right in. I'm sorry. I'm looking off screen here at the camera coming into this location. This is heading right in here. You know what? Why not? Right? Ask for forgiveness instead of permission. Right? So make that widescreen. Let me. No, I don't want to do that. How am I going to do this? How am I going to do this? Oh, look out! Look out below. Got to be a way to turn off the chat here. Let's just see. Let's see what we can do. It says comments are turned off. I know that. Hide chat. There we go. 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 So let me slide this over here to our page. I want to bring this on over here. And there we go. So let's go full screen. Again, this is courtesy of the Fort Lee Police Department. We want to thank him for the video. We're only going to use it here for a quick second, but it's at the very bottom left of the screen. You see it there, what's left of the vehicle fire. Still seeing some white smoke. So that means for the most part, I would imagine that the fire is out at this hour. And yeah, so that is what's closing up effectively this lower roadway here off of the George Washington Bridge. So again, that is still, we've got fire hoses out here. So that is going to really impact that ride, especially in the Bronx coming back to New Jersey. You've got to go for the upper level because the upper level is coming back to New Jersey is right here. But again, you can see the big delays here because of that earlier broken down tractor trailer underneath the apartment. So well over an hour and 15 here for both your upper and lower roadways. And again, we thank our friends over at the Fort Lee Police Department for the video here this morning. So I'm just going to actually going to bookmark that there. So we'll do that. We'll close that up. So again, we only used it for a couple seconds there, but I think it's a governmental agency. I don't think they're making any, I don't think they're monetizing their camera on the George Washington Bridge. At least I don't think they are. Let's just see here. We'll get the fresh update from the Port Authority. We're already in overtime here at 9:10 on this Wednesday morning. So out of Connecticut here real quick. Camera's just, the computer is just really struggling. Hopefully Apple will bring me some good news next week with a new Mac Mini. So again, yeah, so an hour and a half for the hour and 15 for both upper lower. 45 at the Lincoln and a little under 30 at the Holland Tunnel. So That's the deal here this morning. So this is Fletcher. It's actually on the just underneath or just past the overpass here from Lemoyne Avenue, coming off of the lower roadway. That's where we have that vehicle fire that is shutting down everything here this morning. And again, this Turnpike 95 approach is really getting hit hard. Just avoid the George altogether here, friends, for about the next hour or so, probably till maybe 10:30 or so, 11 o'clock, because it's going to take a while for all of this traffic to ease out, getting in towards the city. With that said, I think we're going to wrap up things here because I'm kind of losing my voice just a little bit. But let's go here. We'll put me back on camera. And we want to thank everybody for watching the Tri-State Traffic Show. Let me just take off the headsets here. There we go. I want to thank everybody for watching the Tri-State Traffic Show. I want to thank Travels with Darlie, my good friend Darlie Newman, for the sponsorship here this morning. Again, her virtual program is tomorrow evening. If you'd like tickets to that, you can go ahead. Well, we're wrapping up things now, but go ahead and email me at tristatetrafficshow@gmail.com. We'll get you hooked up with some tickets there. Also want to thank, again, thanks Travels Darlie Newman for the support on the channel. Also want to thank Ralph over at the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery for being a proud sponsor of the Tri-State Traffic Show. And also I want to thank John Rocco for the forecast here. Hopefully we'll get Johnny in the mix here with some live recorded hits, or possibly even live. We'll have to see. Just depends on John's schedule. He's got a lot of stuff going on, wrapping up things at Rutgers, and that's certainly the most important thing out of all of this. Our meteorologists in training over at Rutgers University. So with that said, make it a great Wednesday. Everybody drive as safely, and we will be back here tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. We'll see you tomorrow.